wind is fucking wild today, and my internet has been blinking. So cross the dicks today. The wind is so fucking strong outside. It literally picked up my lawnmower last night. Wild. Like, I literally went outside because I heard like a kunk, and I was like, what the fuck? And I watched it like picking up the lawnmower. It's some fucking wind out there today and last night. Like, holy crap. But I'm scared of my internet now because it, like, emotes weren't loading, and I don't know. Is it Twitch or is it me? You know what's funny? I never thought about that. I never thought, like, crossing dicks with someone else. I just always assumed someone would tie their own in a knot. Is that weird? Probably. There's a tiny hair. I'm gonna get you, little baby hair. Traitor to the crown. I'm gonna pluck you out. I wish I had someone to cross those dicks with. I mean, you know, for many years of my life, I thought tummy sticks was a thing because of the movie. I mean, I don't know if you'll think this is funny, Lord Hybrid. Like, I think I just wanted it to be real for a really long time. I deeply wanted tummy sticks to be real. Because of the movie Wedding Crashers. Which is so random, but there is one very distinct line in it where the gay brother ties oh god, what's his name? The really tall dark-haired guy that's funny. Vince something. Vince Vaughn, is that his name? I don't know. Ties him to a bed in his sleep and then mounts him and like asks to play tummy sticks. And the rest, I mean, I don't even know when that movie came out, but the rest of my life, I was like genuinely like, I really hope tummy sticks is a thing. And it's not. I know, he's a right-wing a-hole, and even before I heard that, I heard he was just an asshole. Sour diesel and layer cake. Dude, those are two of my favorite strains ever, Chimpo. Yum. Those are genuinely two of my favorite strains. Sour diesel and layer cake. Have you ever had London pound cake? The strain? It's a good one. Tummy sticks, Nick. I feel like, what even is tummy sticks? That's the thing. In the movie, it's never described. It's just like, he's sensually like rolling on Vince Vaughn, who's tied down, and he's like, do you want to play tummy sticks? I painted you a painting. And my whole life, I'm just like, maybe when mans make out, their hard dicks, like, play tummy sticks. And I just really wanted it to be a thing because it kind of sounds cute. But I guess, I mean, I've talked to a lot of gay men at this point, and no one has confirmed to me that tummy sticks is a thing. Which is sad because I just want it to be a thing. I saw the Looney Tunes movie yesterday, The Day the Earth Blew Up. It was a good time. Was it fun? Good morning, 80s. Same. Dude, hurts. Yesterday, it was like 70 degrees. Monday, it was gorgeous. It was like 70 degrees. We took the dogs to the park. Today, I think it's a high of 40 degrees, and the wind is so crazy today. It is wild. But yeah, I just assumed that tummy sticks was just when, you know, Humboldt pound cake is really good too. Cake strains. I tend to go for cake strains because they're fucking delicious. I know, it's genuinely just a wish, but I don't think it's real. On candy jams, yum. I love Blue Dream. I grew Blue Dream in Maryland. It's such a fucking good strain. We didn't get any snow. We got like a little bit of rain, but mostly just terrible wind. I, being a gay man, has never called that tummy sticks. That's what I'm saying. Not one gay man I know has confirmed tummy sticks is real. That being said, next time you're making out with someone with a boner, will you promise me to like, can we make it a thing? You want to play tummy sticks? I just have penis envy. Let's be real. We know that, right? Yeah, it's just envy of penis. That's it. It could, I mean, then you'd have to be like, ving, ving, and like, I feel like a lightsaber battle, like if that was to be in, and this is just me being super disgusting. I hope nobody's eating. If it was like an Urban Dictionary thing, like lightsabering, if you think about it, like the original lightsabers were sticks that had chalk on them. so that when they smacked each other, that like fuzz that goes around them, that's what causes like the cool glow of lightsabers. Like, so if you were lightsabering and you went, like, what's the white shit? That's where my brain went. I'm just letting you go there with me. Welcome. Take my hand. Let's go. Playing on the tummy with drumsticks, I don't know. It's not real. It's just me wishing, and it was a line in a movie, and I took it forward. I've never called it tummy sticks, but I've done just as you described. Hard, unclothed making out, right? It's a thing, but no one fucking calls it tummy sticks. Like, it's not I don't think, and again, I don't have a penis. Anybody out there who has penised together, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think anyone has called it tummy sticks. It's just a thing that I wish was real. Come with me to the land of pure imagination. Come with me and you'll be. Oh, Lord. We've started hot today. However, next time I'm in Grindr, I'm going to call it tummy sticks, please. Oh my God. I'm not kidding. If one of you hook up and you're like hard making out and shit, please. Like, be like, this fucking weird girl on the internet deeply wants me to call this tummy sticks. So I'm gonna. Think of me. Please don't. Oh God, that would just ruin everything. Don't think of me in the midst of sex. I think that would defeat the purpose. Oh. I used to love Looney Tunes when I was a kid. Frottage? What is that? Tummy sticks. It's just two hard cocks that just happen to be knocking up against each other because it's two naked men making out. That's literally all tummy sticks is. It's not an actual activity. I think it's just a consequence of getting hard because you're excited because you're with someone who's beautiful and you want to have sex, right? But some movie ruined young Katie and made her think it was tummy sticks, which it is not. Like, it was last year, I think I actually asked you guys, like, are tummy sticks real? Good morning, Raccoon. How are you? I realize this may be the last time I see you after this phrase, but would you care to play tummy sticks? That's how I picture it. I wish I didn't, but I totally picture like a little. I just have major penis envy, my dudes. It's fine. Okay, but hear me out. I'm just like, maybe they'll just know you have a great sense of humor. There is a baby hair that keeps touching my face. Go away. Traitor the crown. I've never had blue sushi before. I'd be afraid it would smell like fish. So many pissy strains actually smell like piss. Thank you. I started working on the background for it. I'm trying to, so you guys know I told you about this yesterday. It's going to be a unicorn. I know, right? What the fuck? But I got the idea to make the sky behind, like I was looking at all these pictures of The Last Unicorn, which is one of my favorite movies in the whole world because I'm a child. And it's very like monotone or like monochromatic. Like a lot of scenes, it's like the sun, the light is making everything pink or everything blue. And I was like, it's kind of boring. And I want to paint, like my goal has been paint something that I would put on my wall. And so I got the idea to make the sky look like, you know the one. Oh, Starry Night. Wow. I'm not high. I'm so sober. My brain is just tummy sticks now. That's it. That's all I am, is tummy sticks. Took a pepperoni tombstone pizza, added chopped red onion, yum, Parmesan. I love spicing up a good frozen pizza. Italian pizza and garlic powder sprinkled on top, and I made a spicy sweet sauce drizzled on top. Yum, you fucking chef. Imagine being in the middle of sex and thinking, I wonder what Katie would call this move. Drew, I'm not kidding you. I have become a part of some people's sex lives. They have professed it to me. Like, no shit. There are people in our community who, after they fuck, they high five and then they go pee. And they're like, Katie says. I wish that was, I mean, I'm so flattered. I'm so, like, wash your fucking hands, pee after sex. If I'm going to be a part of anybody's sex life, that's the way I want it to happen, and that's amazing. Good morning, Mish. How are you? God damn it, Sales. Sales, can I just tell, first off, eye drops are technically blinker fluid. I hate that. What's the other one you fucked me up with? Your top teeth never move? Ever since, I have to tell you this, ever since you said that to me, and it's like, no shit, you can't move your top teeth, not to fuck anyone up, but no one's moving the top of their mouth. I can't stop watching it in movies and watching it when people speak out loud. It's obsessive. Like, all I do is watch their top teeth. Like, wow, their top of their face just doesn't move at all. We're just jaws. We're just, but this, stationary. Fucks me up all the time. All the time. I know. It'll fuck you up. Your bones are wet. Insanely flattered. Wash your assholes. Wash all your pieces. Viata got me really stoned last night. I think Viata maybe got all of us stoned last night. So, why wouldn't you want to be in the midst of tummy sticks? You know you want to watch. Oh, I do. I would be in the midst of tummy sticks. I'm honored to be a part of anybody's sex life, whether it's you want to try tummy sticks or we should pee after sex, because there's a medical professional on the internet who told me to, because over 70% of elderly deaths are caused by urinary tract infections. Why not pee after sex? And self-loving. It's important. Viata is the enabler we always need. I feel like when I haven't cheers too long, Viata's there to remind me. Like, I'm sure I'm not the only one that, like, I'll cheers, and then I'm sitting at my desk and I'm playing a game or I'm painting something or whatever, and I'm just fucking around. And, like, I start to get sleepy and I start to get a little cranky because now it's been 2 hours since I took a hit and I'm coming down. And all of a sudden, Viata's like, cheers, everyone. And I'm like, oh my God, that's why I feel like shit. Cheers. Blue Dream, fuck yes. I don't know what again, Viata is our enabler. We keefed last night heavily. So I think this might be leftover keef from last night. And then what are you? Secret formula, which is allegedly THC 27.5% for a total of 32. Again, I never know the math, but it's smoking itself, so cheers. Oh my God, I never thought of that because I hate puppets, but that makes a lot of sense. Dude, oh my God, Zach was watching something. There's some new movie out There's a new movie out. I didn't watch it. I know nothing about it. There's a new movie out with Millie Bobby Brown or something. And there's a very creepy... It's a puppet. I don't give a fuck what you want to call it. It's a puppet. But it's like, what did Zach call it? A robot. It's a robot, but it looks very, very scary. And it's very small, and it looks puppet size. And literally, the pause screen, I walk into my bedroom to go to bed, and the pause screen is this horrific puppet face. And I'm like, absolutely not, that has to go. And he's like, it's not a puppet, it's a robot. And I'm like, no, that's a fucking puppet with metal parts. And he goes, no, it's not. It's a sentient robot. I'm like, all right, puppet that comes alive and puts needles in your eyes versus sentient robot, you tell me the difference. No. Electric State, there you go, that one. I haven't seen it. Apparently it's pretty good. He only watched half of it, but whatever that fucking thing is, that's gonna eat your soul in your sleep. That thing, you're gonna wake up with it laying on your chest in your eyes, and it's gonna go, you wanna play tummy sticks? And then you'll realize it has chopped your penis off and sewed it onto its own body. Because that's what puppets do. Stop it. Sentient toys? No. I have no idea. Why? Why? It's so early. Shut up. Lay down. Chew on your pizzle. We're not playing Borderlands today. We play Borderlands on Sundays. Me, Crispy, Knives, and Vissy. Every Sunday we play Borderlands. So Borderlands 3 will be on Sunday. The rest of the week, I chit-chat for a couple hours, and then we play Control. And then eventually Alan Wake 2, and I'm really excited because I've never played it. Do you want to play a game? You know, that guy, the, oh my God, Saw, the little Saw puppet, he doesn't scare me. It's like the scary, like, the stereotypically, the scarier you try to make something, i.e. a puppet or a clown or whatever, it's less scary to me. The more innocent and cute and childlike you make it, the more horrifying it is. Because I'm like, what are you covering up? Like, if it looks scary, I expect it to put needles in my eyes. But if it looks innocent, it's going to sneak needles in my eyes while I'm sleeping. I read too many books. You should read the book Grady Hendrix, How to Sell a Haunted House. Why? What is your damage today? Shut up. Stop. You're scaring the shit out of me. Stop. She's staring at nothing and barking at it again. Everyone can see your shame right now. Good morning, Reasonable. Cute is scary, or what is that? Like, oh God, I just forgot it. Oh, fuck. A new one just came out. It's like a scary series with a clown as the main guy. The Frightener, the Terrifier, the Terra Bitcher, whatever. Doesn't scare me at all. Like, doesn't even itch the scare of Clown Scare, because he's just fucking creepy from moment one. Why are you like this? Anyways, he doesn't scare me. Terrifier, is that his name? But when they, for instance, I watched the new It with, the Skarsgård kid. I laughed. I genuinely cackled every time he tries to be scary because of that, like, look he does. I fucking laughed. And you guys know that the original It literally gave me a phobia and ruined my life. You make them scary and they're not scary anymore, but you put that innocent shade on them and I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you gonna do? What are you covering up? I wonder, you mentioned Millie Bobby Brown. How does she look near 40 and she's not even close to that? Does she? I think she looks great. Isn't she like 20? I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder it's just because she was a child star and it's like everybody's so used to seeing her be like 9 years old that now that she's a woman, people are like, she's old. And it's like, I don't know. She looks younger than me. I think. Which is good because I'm 17 years older than her, I think. I spent the night at my then GF's house and she had American Girl dolls. What? Wait, Nick, I'm not judging, but can I ask how old she was? American Girl dolls. My mom has, I've told you guys this, I think, before. My mom has like a collection of porcelain dolls. I don't know what it was, but there was like an era where it was like appropriate to collect porcelain dolls and put them on shelves as decoration in your house. And my mom has a bundle of them and she likes to she puts them in the fucking guest bedroom where I sleep when I visit. And I'm like, if you like them so much, put them somewhere you fucking sleep because I can't sleep with them looking at me. I genuinely throw a blanket on them and then watch the blanket all night for movement. And then try to convince myself the next morning it didn't move. Why? I don't know, because she obviously doesn't want to look at them. Why do you even have them? Literally, there's like 5, and they're all just, you know, the doll look. No one can beat Tim Curry. That's very true. Terrifier, that's it. That's the Art. That's Art the Clown, who I mentioned in my previous. Oh, did I miss it? That guy doesn't scare me, though. It's weird. It's like this weird line with clown shit. Good morning, Super Papa. How are you? The chapter 2 had so much CGI, it was almost comedy. Seriously, the scene, I mean, the one that comes to mind is the one where he does like the dance in the sewer. Are you fucking kidding me? That's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was really nervous to watch that movie because you know what the first one did to me. Cackled. I fucking cackled the whole time. But that dance, same age as you, wow. I know about that. To each their own. I could never be in the presence of someone who liked to collect dolls. Right, Mishy, I feel like it's a psychosis a little bit, because I've seen comments about people being like, Millie Bobby Brown dyed her hair blonde and now she looks old. And I'm like, is it just because we're just not used to seeing her be an adult? I don't know. Because I think she's literally 21. She's like a baby. I don't know. I don't follow that shit very much. I collect plushies too. I have lots of plushies in my house. I mean, I wouldn't say I collect them, but I have a shit ton of plushies. It's dolls. Like, very specifically, human-looking figures are just not okay. Like, if this fucker came to life and tried to stab me, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, yeah. Yeah, Totoro. Like, I got a lot of these around my house. Don't judge me. But for some reason, once it looks like a people, that's my line. And I don't know why, but I don't. I don't enjoy the little people creatures, but give me a cute little Totoro. I actually have some very scary stuffies in my house that don't scare me because they look scary, and I don't know how to explain that. But I have a lot of plushies. Weave! Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings, go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. You know, I think my doll fear came from an episode of, it was either Are You Afraid of the Dark, or it was Puppet Master. Good morning, Viata. Viata, we've been singing your praises all day. Don't worry about it. We've just been talking about you. That's probably why you got to sleep. So there was an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark where this girl had like a perfect bedroom and there was a bunch of dolls, and she would stare at herself in the mirror and she like turned into a doll. I do not remember the entire premise of it, but Are You Afraid of the Dark? Very fucking scary show when I was a kid. And this girl turned into a doll in her room. That scared the fucking shit out of me. And then there was the Puppet Master series with the creepy little puppets. And there was one that had a really long tongue. And I remember she comes up on the edge of the bed and all she does is make these really creepy little like noises all the time. And she sews her tongue into someone's chest. And I was like, dolls will put needles in my eyes. That was it for me. Just fuck them. I hated him. From that was it. Just done. Fuck dolls. Same thing happened. I think it's a lot of child stars, sadly. And it'll happen again when she's in her 40 and her face changes again. It's media shit, and it makes me sad. She had the buccal fat removed from her cheeks. I don't know why people do that. That is very, very popular. I've seen, it's really weird because it's either, there's like two dichotomies, and I feel bad. This is where I stand on that shit. I feel really bad because I feel like people with money end up getting new, like popular plastic surgery procedures before they're tested a million times and before we see how they age on people. And so that's why we get a shit ton of celebrities with like overt injections where they get that crazy moon face because no one knew what was happening with injections. You guys know this. If you didn't, all that Botox, whatever that they're injecting in their face, doctors for the past 20 years have been telling patients that it dissolves in your face. They're like, oh yeah, you put it in your lips and slowly your lips will deflate because it's dissolving. Your blood flow is just moving the filler away from your body. That's a lie. Like, we had no idea what was happening with the filler. What it literally does is it drifts to the place of least resistance. So that's how you get people like Madonna and etc., where they just got this crazy looking weird moon face. We either got that or we got people with the buccal fat removal. But I feel like it's just, when you have all this money, you just do it before we even know what's happening. And it makes me, I feel bad for them. What up, penis? How are you? She didn't have surgery. Oh, good. Puppet Master fucked me up. I'm glad I'm not the only one because that shit fucked me up. Wait, you're an ordained minister now? What the hell? Viata, we just want you in our lives all the time. Did you, I hope you heard the part where I said we were singing your praises, not necessarily wishing, I want you all the time, but like, how do I put this? You're like our fairy weed godmother. I was saying basically like in movie nights and stuff, you save my ass and get me ridiculously high, but you save my ass more than once because like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'll do this thing where I'm sitting at my desk and I'm like playing a game or I'm painting and like hours go by and I don't take a hit. But I've been high all day. So you know that like come down where you start to feel like tired and kind of just like meh. And then all of a sudden I look at movie chat and you'll be like, cheers everyone. And I'm like, oh my God, Viata knew that's why I feel like shit. Cheers. All the time. Nice. Ice penis. Did you do like the online, like get ordained in 15 minutes or whatever? I freaking hate welfare right now. There has been so much change financially that it's too much for me. First, they moved my employment support allowance to live on. A fuzz just flew onto my face. Got changed to universal credit. My personal independence payment got changed to adult disability payment, then got 2 letters today of suspension of council tax and rent benefit. But apparently I'm okay to have the traumatize me a little. 1, because of the change, and then 2 letters. No, none of that's okay. I mean, seriously, David, I hope you're okay now because it's all okay. I don't want to like incite anxiety in you. All of that would have sent me into a goddamn spiral. It's so disgusting how it's just like an automated system where people don't think about humans and how they affect them anymore. Like that is the equivalent of we need to talk later, come to my office later, etc., etc. Can we talk later? Like all of that, that's a spiral. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm glad it's okay now, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's fucked, dude. I'm sorry. That's just shitty. Anxiety 101 is literally it. Yeah, all of that. And like the sad part is once it's all better, you're still stuck in the fucking spiral. And people that don't experience existential anxiety do not understand that once you put me in the spiral, I live there now. Doesn't matter that you fixed the situation. My emotions are now in that. And that's where I live for a while until I can figure my own fucking balance out. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's fucked up. Good morning, Rach. How are you, love? I know, my fluffy pom-poms are being barky little shits today. My children compliment me when they want stuff. Oh, pfft. That didn't work with my parents. I'm never going to do that. Don't worry. I will never butter you up because I want something. That was not something that worked for me as a child. I did not grow up with that. If I want something, I just have to figure it out. Go do stuff. Lord, I love you. Cheers. Oh God, yeah. No, that's not. I mean, I won't do that to you. I can't speak for these fuck faces, but I won't do it. That ain't gonna happen. The Bork, seriously, they started at like what? It's only 9:30. They started at like 9:30. It's way too early for barking, my dudes. You must stop. Thank you, Green. I appreciate you. The last time that happened to me, I was so stressed out, I re-entered my car on my way home from work. Exactly. It's not okay to do that shit to human beings. I agree. 100. It's just not okay, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. David, you should treat yourself. You should get yourself, like, some fucking yummy takeout or something. I don't know. That usually makes me feel a little bit better, because fuck. Can't fuck when you can. 'Cause that's shitty. When someone compliments me or is nice to me, I'm like, what's happening? Why are you being nice? What's the scam? I always, if someone compliments me, my first, which I fight because I don't surround myself with people that would do this, but it's my first instinct that I have to constantly fight the rest of my life. When someone compliments me, it's, oh, that part of me is fucked up. Why else would you point it out? So if someone's like, your lipstick looks great today, I want to go take it off. And then I have to tell myself, Katie, you don't surround yourself with people that are like that. Why is that your instinct? But that's the kind of catty-ass women I grew up with. Your hair looks great. What did you do? Oh my God, her hair is fucking horrific. Like Mean Girls. But I don't choose to surround myself with those people, so I have to kill that instinct because I know no one's doing that. That's fucked up. That's not why I compliment people. Why would I assume that about other people? Yeah, you look nice today. What have I done? Is there shit on my face? Or sending email invites for meetings with no context crawls out of skin. Fuck that. That shit should be illegal. I haven't had green crack in years. Excuse me. Oh, dude, the cleaner. That's kind of a treat, though. That's kind of a treat in itself, David. I don't know about you, but having just a nice, clean, fresh environment to live in, like, that's gonna feel fucking nice. Robin, right? Girls were fucking. I mean, I don't know if I think girls are just as mean. It's just different because it involves the internet. You ever think about that? Like when we were kids, at least to a certain extent. Like if we had siblings, it wasn't that great. Like the school bus was like my sanctuary. That was my good 30 minutes where no one would bother me. But I remember it was just survival at school. Like stay under the radar, get the fuck home, whatever. Because once I was home, I was away from it all. No one could bully me anymore. No one could do whatever the fuck they were doing. But now you can't escape it. Like the internet, social media in general has made it so kids can't escape that shit. Like it's just 24/7 no matter where they are, and it's so fucked. I wouldn't have social media if I was a kid. Oh my god, it does. Score. Dude, I like that you like choose to look like that, like deliberately. I know. So is this on purpose? Interesting. Tell me about that. I don't know how to respond to that. It's not on, I guess it's on purpose. I don't, sure. I know, I love it. I love my giant mugs. It's empty though. It's very sad. It led me astray too. Like my ex would tell me I have a nice ass, and I'm like, oh, she wants some. Nope, she was just being nice. Oh, okay, well that's a little different. Our dogs bark every morning. Might be the giant field behind our house and crows. Javelinas, pronghorns that wander by. I think ours is that there's an elementary school close enough that they can hear the kids. And also, I swear to God, it's very, very similar to the 101 Dalmatians, like the bark network. I swear it's real. Because, like, Lil will go out in the yard. It is dead silent. She, woo, 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 woo. And then I hear a very faint in the distance. And then a very faint in a different distance. Boo, 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 boo. And then she responds. And then, boo, 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 boo. And I'll let it go sometimes. And I'm like, they are talking. This is a long distance conversation. Like we joke about how she has a boyfriend somewhere. And that's who she's barking at all the time. Because it's a very specific time in the morning and at night. She'll go outside and just like howl at nothing. But I think that's what it's got to be. I had to come to Satan moment last night when I lost my bike battery keys. Oh, fuck. And we had an incoming blizzard. LiPo batteries die in the cold. That's fucking fucked up. Found keys, saved money and new batteries. Whew. You are a lucky motherfucker, because fuck that shit. Imagine pushing that home. Very much so, Rod. I always felt that way growing up. Like, I preferred my brothers because when they were angry, they just put my head in a wall. But my sisters would be like, you're looking really healthy. And that's code for fat. It's just the worst. That shit stings. I'd much rather my head be put through a wall. Cheers. Rage, that's a perfect mug. I have one somewhere. I don't use it very often because it's a really small, like a diner mug. But the mug says unt, and then the handle is a C. It's my cunt mug. But it's just stupid small. Like, it wouldn't even hold one Nespresso pod. Like, that's how I hate those little diner pods. Like, and the funnest, I swear, the most fun mugs are these tiny little fuckers that don't even hold 8 ounces. I'm like, why do these mugs exist? Put something funny on this. This is what I want funny on. I don't know. I'm assuming they're people, I don't know. that like sit by a coffee pot or do like old school coffee pot, whatever. Cause genuinely, like one of those mugs would not hold one espresso pod, which is weird. This one will hold 3 if I really wanted it to. That's pretty intense, but it would. Good morning, Glut. I've been playing Punch Club 2, and there's so many little things. Time keeps doing the thing. Dude, I miss having a game like that, though. I'm glad you have something like that. I haven't had flow like that where I lose time in, like, years. That's why I'm forcing myself to paint again. I'm hoping that happens here. At 20 miles... Dude, e-bikes are pretty fucking cool. I remember one day I wore loose neckties to school just to try and be an individual. It became a real problem because everyone confronted me with confusion and curiosity and unwanted attention. I never did that again and decided just to conform and blend in. It was easier. Serves me right for trying to be unique. Yeah. I had a few instances like that as a child where, but like, it's hard. Sometimes you can't blend in. Like, I feel like I did that. Like, I was kind of unique and then totally gave that up and tried to, like, be a very beige person because I just thought that's what adults did and that's how you, like, led an adult life. And I realized even being a beige person, people still were like, that's the weird RT. That's Katie, the weird RT. Katie's kind of weird. And I was like, I'm just going to be me. It's going to come out no matter what. I'm just going to be me. Fuck it. Whatever. I'm at peace, I suppose. I love my lemon mug, but the fucking lip on it makes it impossible to drink out of. Oh, I understand what you mean. Yep, I have a mug. I don't use it. You've probably seen it in my kitchen. It's Spawn's face. It is Spawn, right? Yeah, Spawn's head. And, like, it's huge, but the weird lip on it, you can't fucking drink out of it, so I use it as a pen holder in the kitchen. It's so sad, because it's a really cool mug, but, like, it's just not working. Your sisters are older? Oh, yes, very much. I bet you got in trouble at school for things they did years before you. That was my experience with my older sister. Oh, very, very much so. And being in a small school is really weird because, like, the principal knows every single person in my family intimately because we were not the most obedient, you might say. My little sister was great. To the point that, like, so I have 8 siblings, and all but one of us went through this school system. So by the time I got to high school... like, I got an eye roll from the principal, like, oh shit, another from this family. To the, like, genuinely where I was just set up for failure. I was like, what the fuck? Everybody hates me already. I don't understand. So I was just set. Because all my siblings before me, like, set that tone of just kind of being shitheads. And then when my sister went through, she kind of changed it. And then my uncle has 2 kids from a younger wife, very long story, that are just, like, excessively, I think they're, like, 18 years younger than both of us. And they get into the high school, and my principal comes out and goes, another one of you? Like, it's crazy. It's terrible. It was so bad. Like, basically, most of high school was just, like, trying to prove I'm nothing like my siblings in any way, shape, or form. Like, please, for the love of God. Believe me! I had a mug that is a woman's torso in the butt says, kiss my ass, I'm 50. And yes, it's tiny, so I never use it. Why even make tiny mugs? Like, even for tea, what the fuck? The makers of big mugs that are like, I bet some cutesy lady will sip soup out of this in a winter cabin. They don't realize it's a tired bitch drinking a gallon of coffee and wants people to fuck off. Amen. I bought 4. 4 of these things that they look like something that would be in, like, Gilmore Girls or Friends. When really, I'd like it to say cunt. Or like, I like cock. That'd be funny. I don't know, I'm not clever, but like, it was just the biggest mug I could find, genuinely. My chat just did the double, don't do that. I'm drinking out of a Kit Kat mug because I'm using a Kit Kat flavored creamer. Yum. Getting judged for your older siblings sucks, yeah. Especially when they all lived up to each other. So it's like, by the time they got to me, they were like, there's no fucking way you're any different. I was like, watch me! But I guess I wasn't. I mean, I was better, but not. I definitely got expelled. But that was in middle school. In high school, I got a job. That's what cleaned me up, genuinely, was getting a job and keeping fucking busy. That's all I needed. It can happen with one. Oh, I believe it. 100%. It was just like very much reinforced with all of my siblings going through and being assholes. My sister was 4 years behind me in school. Her first day of high school in homeroom, the teacher was doing attendance. Go to my sister and says, oh, is Viata your sister? Am I going to have issues with you too? And my sister said, not from me, but keep fucking with me and I'll have her come to class with me. It's both a coffee. It's whatever the fuck you want it to be. It could be a soup mug if you want it to. I've never drank soup. I mean, I drink it from the bowl, but like, sure. You do you, boo-boo. So you get to do whatever you want with your utensils. I got something similar, like, from the coaches and shit. The same, like, you know, are you going to be a problem? But I was not clever, and I'd just be like, no. Go get high under the bleachers. Trying to blend in while being the tallest person in school. That is me to a T. Yep, I feel you. That's literally what I think I was on that track earlier when it's like, you go through that period of time where you try to blend in and just realize it's not going to happen for you because you're a foot taller than the majority of human beings. You're literally the sore thumb. Yeah. I feel you, Oliver. I feel you. Trying to blend in while being the tallest person in school had honestly the worst. Kids used to make fun of me for my pants being short. Yep. Wow. My butthole clenched. That was a visceral memory you just like activated in my brain. But they never sold anything long enough and it was washed and bam, short again. Like, get off my back, bitch. I can see your balding spots. Amen and hallelujah. Amen and hallelujah. Mine, it was that pants were never long enough, so the moment you washed them, they were short, and people would call them high waters or whatever, and just called me so many names because my pants didn't drape over my shoes in the correct way for the 90s and shred in the back and have torn out holes in the knees, whatever. Or my mom would buy them in like men's or something, and then she would hem them too short. I had one pair of Jinkos in my entire life. I wore them once. She fucking hemmed them, never wore them again. It was the most heartbreaking moment of my life. I just never understood why I was tortured like this. But in her mind, like, why would she want her child's expensive pants to drag on the ground and shred? Of course she's gonna hem them. And me, I'm like, well, I can never wear those again. Now I'm an ungrateful child. Oh, they were capris. It was just, the curse. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm 6 foot. I'm like not... In my opinion, I've seen so many people that are just like way taller than me. I'm not the tallest thing in the world, but definitely tall. And I was absolutely the tallest kid in school until like my senior year, and then one boy got taller than me in the whole school. Yeah, she hemmed them. Oh yeah, she hemmed them so they hovered. And I never wore them again, ever. It was horrible. Strahd, thank you so much for stubbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings. Did I say stubbing to the class? Sure. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I appreciate you. She hemmed them without making you stand for the pinning. Oh, I definitely stood for the pinning. She just hemmed them too short. Because in her mind, that's where pants should hit. Like, bless her heart. She just, like, there was never a moment where I could get across the concept of, like, I'm going to get bullied for this to my mom. To her, it was, fuck me, if your $50 pants are going to drag on the ground, you can eat it. And me, I never just get to wear those again because now I'm bullied beyond reason. Like, that communication was just never there. Anytime I came to my parents, and again, I'm not trying to put the blame on them for anything, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that got this shit. Anytime I went to them with like, I'm being bullied, I got picked on, I got called names, you're just more mature for your age. You just will get along with older kids. Once you get to middle school, once you get to high school, whatever the next step was, it was always that was the better step. You're an old soul. People don't understand you and your hemmed pants. Okay. I didn't hear an alert sound, but it could be a really low one. I have them turned down for the game. I'll turn them back up and we'll see if it's actually muted. Yeah, no shit. When you started talking about your fucking pants, it was like visceral memories for my body. Oh, 100%. I totally get that. And I'm sure you're probably built similar to me, all legs. So everything you tried to buy on the top to be fitted or cute or like look nice, it was a balloon. It just like off your body. And anything on the bottom half, you either feel like a sausage in too tight of a casing or like you're wearing parachute pants. There's just like, I just wear spandex. Like, as an adult, I have chosen this is what I will exist in because it's the only thing that fits my body. They don't make clothes for me. Yeah, I just don't. Fuck it. That are shorts. Some dickhead kids try to do the classic trip a guy move by putting their foot out when I was walking down the hallway. I had so much mass behind me that I yanked him off his feet instead. That's kind of beautiful. I had one teacher treat me bad due to my older brother. Eighth grade science teacher gave me grief the whole time. My whole school. I mean, I didn't really get grief. It was more just like joking because I wasn't like my brothers. Like, they're very temperamental, fly off. Like, first day of school, my brother Corey, bless his heart, for as tall as I am, he's 5'4", maybe. Major hang-ups about this height thing. And the way he, like, introduced himself freshman year was to go to school, find the tallest kid in the class, and literally clock him. And he did. He won fucking and knocked him out. Got suspended, and then they became best friends. Boys confuse me. I don't know. But I'm not like that. I'm just like, please don't touch me. I'd prefer not. So it wasn't hard. I stayed under the radar pretty well. Once I got to high school, I got it all out in middle school. Same, you get it. Yep, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I haven't owned jeans in 6 years, 7, I want to say the better part of a decade. I know I haven't purchased jeans for over like 15 years. Like, the only way for me to buy jeans that fit me and are long enough is to go to somewhere like Buckle or something where jeans are $100 and are bedazzled. None of which I want to be part of. I'm good. I'll stick with my stretchies. I'm fine. I'm fine. Like, I still remember there was a good portion of my life, I would say at least 4 to 5 years of my life in my early 20s / late teens, where I just couldn't bend over because my ass would be out, or my thong, or my underwear or something, because denim. Like, there is no denim long enough to encase my ass in all my legs and my feet. It just doesn't exist. So, like, if I dropped something, my phone, I'm sure a lot of you can identify with the weird, like, kind of do the splits thing to bend down, but you keep one leg out the back to keep your jeans up your ass crack while you try to get down and bend down and pick up whatever you got. Or you bend down against a wall very slyly in like a squat position because your ass is out. This was before the days of spandex and denim, let me tell you. Spandex and denim has been a blessing, but like, it was a weird life. Like, I think I definitely sacrificed flexibility in my hips because of the clothing we wore. If it's just, I mean, you just like, did I really need that? Did I really need that thing? Not really. The whale tail era, it's obnoxious. I could go, like, whale tail, there's so many things that as an adult, I've just realized, like, I don't need to partake in. Like, jeans, denim, all that. Fuck it. It's not meant for me. You don't build it for my body unless it's exorbitantly expensive. I want no part of that lifestyle. Underwire. How many times have we had underwire pop out of that little felt casing and stab us in our goddamn sternum in the middle of the day? I think my titties look great without underwire. Why underwire? Where did that come from? That's not even from corsets. All this shit. Fuck it. I'm an adult. I don't need any of it. So that's same. My sister and I are the tallest of all my siblings. Sarah and I genuinely are taller than all of our siblings. And the boys really took that to heart. They hate that. A lot. Especially one of my brothers. Like, damn. Right on your sternum tattoo. Oh! That's not the one. I'm okay. Because sweet vanilla bitches don't get sternum tattoos. Motherfuck. My mom put it best. Love your weird. Most people won't get you. It'll suck, but it'll be okay. You'll find your people. Oh my God. It's so funny because do you want to know what my mom says? Don't be weird. With that face, and I look just like her, so it hurts to look at it. Don't be weird. Stop being weird. My sister and I have joked that if we ever started a podcast, that's what we would call it. Don't be weird. I was a quiet introvert kid who didn't fit in, and yes, got told you're an old soul. Yeah. My mom checked out around the time I hit high school, so I got to wear what I wanted, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I was so glad my freakishly tall height just stopped when I was 12 to 14. I was 5'9", really young, and then I just stopped getting taller. I think I got 6 foot at about fifth grade. I grew like boy fast. Like, I don't remember the middle time. Like, I don't think there's a record of me being like 5'2", 5'3", 5'4", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", none of those heights. It was just, I have memories of like looking up at counters and then all of a sudden my mom is an armrest. That's it. It was so like, I have the stretch marks to prove it. It was real fast. But by the time I was in 5th grade, I was 6 foot, I think. Who here was around? I don't know if they still do this, but class photos for like elementary school, were you the little fucking post in the middle back row? Cause same. You look like the teacher's aide or some shit. I look at those pictures, I'm like, I don't look like I should be part of this class. And I'm like the age, like I'm right in the midst. It's not like I'm an early born baby or late or whatever. I'm March, man, but yeah, like really weird. Same, always that middle back row kind of looked like you might be the TA, or maybe you were held back or your parents forgot to put you in school or something. Good morning, Genova, how are you? I keep getting called out about my sternum tattoo here. I don't think anyone's calling you out about it. There has to be more than one person with a sternum tattoo, right? Anyone else have a tattoo on their sternum? I'm not asking for any particular reason other than, are you a freak? Just curious. And planning on getting one? Yes. All right. So far, my theory stands well. So far. Yeah. So far, my theory stands up. Because sweet vanilla bitches don't get sternum tattoos. That's all I'm saying. That's all we're saying. That being said, I'm open to being proven wrong. Never been able to afford a tattoo, but I want tattoo. My head eventually. Oh my God, your head? Ouchies. I don't know if it hurts. Has anyone got a skull tattoo? I would assume, simply based on the fact that, like, most of my tattoos that have hurt the most are where there's nothing between the bone and the skin. Like, right there. It's crazy that just that little loopy loop, that is one of the most painful spots I've ever had tattooed in my life because it's on that bone right there. Oh my God. No regrets. It's loud and it shakes all your bones. It's really weird. Like I have a couple tattoos on my hips that are right on top of the hip bone. That was on top of the bone. I have a, what side I forget where my tattoos are. Is that weird? This side, the ribs. I remember when he was doing it, it's your whole rib cage goes. It's weird. It's like being on a vibrating bed or something, but on the inside of your body. Not in a sexy way, mind you, in a very like, what the fuck way. Also the pain, you know, cheers. What up, Najwa? How are you, love? Super Papa, I'm kind of glad I got one when I was like young and dumb, simply because it got me over that hump of like, I feel like a lot of people my age that don't have any tattoos, they're like, well, I really want it to mean something, or like, I can't decide what to get, versus after, like, I swear to God, I think this is for most tattoo people. Once you get your first one, you realize, oh, it's just notebook paper. Let's start a scribbling. It becomes so much less precious. You know, like, for instance, like, my first tattoo, I designed it myself. I had my teacher in my art school help me. It means something. It was representative of a rose in my grandfather's garden because I really missed his garden and he grew these beautiful orange roses, blah, 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 blah. And from that moment on, I literally find an artist who just does dope tattoos and I give them a chunk of my body and I'm like, would you like to scribble on me? And that's been it from that, like literally. I pick maybe one or two details or like a general theme or something like desiccated deer god, scythe, cool witchblade gauntlet with a dark crystal in it. Like, but beyond that, I just give them a chunk of my body because I'm like, I'm just here to be decorated at the end of the day. But once you get over it, that first one, you're like, fuck. It's kind of like fucking. I feel like fucking for the first time is like a really big deal. And then once you fuck for the first, you're like, oh my God. This is what I built up to? What the fuck? It's very similar. And it's very addicting, similarly. Like you just want, like in the middle of getting my first tattoo, I was already like, oh fuck, I'm going to be covered one day. This is going to be a problem. I just knew because it was just the adrenaline, the fun of it, designing shit. I don't know. It's kind of, seriously, it's like getting bedazzled. Cheers. No shit, my arm tattoos were the least painful of anything I've ever had done. This one, I mean, it was painful, don't get me wrong. But granted, take into account, I got it all done at one time. It took like 13 hours. And so it was like a shit ton of line work and then shading and then color all within that 13 hours straight. Like this took until 1 a.m. to do. It was crazy. And so if you've never had color work done, it's a lot of that like in the same spot with a big brush of needles to like scrub the color in. And there's a lot of white work and nobody's paper white. I don't think I need to say that. Nobody's paper white. So like getting white ink to show up on anybody's skin can be difficult, but like this area. But genuinely, like all of this, most of it until the scrub into the really, really raw skin at like 1 a.m. I could barely give a fuck. This didn't even bother me. That on that bone can eat a dick. That was terrible. This, and I'm just saying this because I see a couple of you want arm tattoos. They're the least painful tattoos I've ever had. This guy, I could have slept through. I swear to God, I barely felt it. And I'm not just saying that. It was wild. Like, my sister and I got them done at the same time, and both of us were like, that was insane. I didn't feel anything. And this tattoo's like, God, 10 years old now, I think. I shink. Yeah. But arms in general, like, it's when you start to hit bones or soft skin. The soft skins. What I've heard generally is like this. Oh, fuck. Like, just touch that skin. I think I could tickle myself. That skin, I've heard, is fucking horrible. The back of the knees, I've heard, is pretty terrible. The elbow ditch, I've heard, and I'm saying not from one person, like, I've heard overtly, like, it doesn't feel great in these areas. For me, personally, the worst spot I've ever been tattooed on my entire body is my butt cheek crease. And it's so weird because I don't even know how to explain that, but literally the crease, like, the fold, butt cheek to thigh, that fold was the worst. I will never, ever, 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 ever let anyone tattoo me there again. I almost passed out. It was... I heard it that time. I hope you guys heard that one. Thank you for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings, Arcane. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual, boo. Dude, no shit. I have one up and down my ribs on this side. It goes under my tit. None of that hurt. The worst, I was literally just texting my sister about this earlier this morning because she just got a tattoo and we were just talking about him. The worst part about getting this tattoo, and I don't know if you had to do the same thing, was I had to lay on my side with a roll of paper towels, like in my waist divot, and lay like this on the tattoo table completely on my side so that they could tattoo, I'm not a tattoo artist, like, don't get me wrong, I have no idea. So they could tattoo it well. The fucking soreness of the other side of my body from laying like this for 5 hours straight with nothing but a paper towel roll, like, keeping my hips from collapsing onto the table was horrible. All this, fuck it, like, whatever. Although the very back, have you ever been tattooed over your kidneys? There's like the way the scythe is, it's like the blade does this and then the handle comes down and there's this part like right here on my back with roses and part of the handle and that fucking hurt. Like not as bad as the butt cheek crease, but I did have to stand up and like do some squats for a minute and like get blood flow back to my brain cuz ouch. Everyone run, Hatax is here. Oh my god. Why would we run? I don't want to. Why can't we embrace and be friends instead? Maybe everyone just thought Wednesday was a good day to come out and say hi. Rib tattoos. Yeah, I never thought and I don't have meat on my ribs. Like, I genuinely thought a rib tattoo would be horrible. I have just skin. I'm really working on building muscle on my upper body right now, but I have nothing. It's just ribs, and it was fine. Like, that part. I think the blade goes about here. Nothing. My tattoo artist even prepared me. He was like, all right, this part's gonna fucking hurt going up your ribs and on that, like, soft skin. But, like, nothing. I was like, this is nothing. No, I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different, but genuinely, both of my arm tattoos have been the least painful I've ever had. I think it's a good way to start. Or you could start with the worst spot on your body you're thinking of getting a tattoo, and then everything else is a fucking breeze. Good vibrations while we talk about getting tattoos is fucking perfect. I've never had a calf tattoo. My thigh didn't hurt too bad, but the butt cheek crease can eat a dick. I got an ankle tattoo, and the worst part of the coloring in towards the back of the leg. You have it on your bone, your ankle bone. Like up your, oh, I can't even say it. Ugh. Up your Achilles. Is it up your Achilles tendon? I don't think I could ever do that in a million. I don't think I could do it. I'm incredible. Is that where it is? Use a hardcore bitch. Oh, it's not? Okay. I don't know if I want to know what that feels like. Big yikes. Like, wow. I've never even thought about getting the back of my heel tattooed, but like, oh my God. I don't think I'll ever participate in that. I'm just holding my dog's face. This is what she wants and loves. That's it. Nana, my love, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving an A to swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I appreciate you. It's on the side, like, facing out, but some of the bit edges around the back. You're still a badass. Foot tattoos. But I heard that about hand tattoos, and that didn't hurt too bad. I mean, it hurt like all other tattoos, but it wasn't terrible. She is. Rage, did you see we have a new emote? ClassyKatie creep. In all caps, creep. The Victorian child is now immortalized in the emotes. Now we have to come up with one for my void boy. It's so good. It's so her. That's my creepy girl, just coming to have a creep. You are a haunted Victorian child. We love you all the same. I've only downed my arms and legs, but the most painful part for me was when they circled around the back of my arm. Yes! Oh, make sure that's like here. I can't even imagine. Just touching that skin is so soft. Absolutely not. That's not my emote. I have to get an emote of my boy. Ma'am, don't touch me with your... Look at those. She needs to get those talons cut. Look at those. Madam. Madam. What are you doing? You trying to match Mom? What are those? What? We need to cut those, Miss Ma'ams. Miss Ma'ams. Good God. She's like, no, please don't, Mother. No cutting of the nails. We don't love it. Please, no. Miss Ma'am, these are crazy. You can't hide from me. I'm gonna get those. Had some stomach thing, feeling icky. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better. Over the years, I've had so many people want me to go into tattooing. I'm like, not until they invent an eraser. Tattooing is awfully scarily permanent. The trick creep emote could just be Trick patiently waiting behind your armrest. That's what he does. It's hard because you can never see him, but he does that thing where he shoves his head under my arm. Hi, bud. You take up all the light in the room, but that's okay. You want to come say hi? Yeah, that's a good boy. Good morning. How are you? Good? Yeah, Miss Ma'am. 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 Miss Ma'am. Thank you. Please excuse my very dominant female dog. Bitch, if you will. She can't take sharing attention. You're such a good boy. You're so patient. You're just my most patient boy. Yeah, I know. You might be the best. And this is how I get fuzz on my face, because I can't stop kissing my cute dogs. But you're just so fucking cute all the time, and you got this big space on your face that's so good for kissing. I know, you want to go outside so bad, but that wind freaks you out. You run right back in. What? What? He's so handsome. If he looks at you. He's wagging his tail and just staring at his sister like, I win. You're just the sweetest boy. That's what I'm saying. Like, when dogs, it's this perfect cheek space. It's like, that was built for smooching. That was built for smooching. Cute. Aggression. I just want to kiss you. Ma'am. 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 Stop. I don't know what happened to her. Oh my god, the cord. Oh my god. You know what's crazy? That breed just came up on my Instagram recently. And it was like, this girl was like, my blah, 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 blah breed decided to go for a swim to cool off. And it just looks like a mop floating on water on a lake. And then it turns around and you kind of see this face in it. And then as it gets out of the water, like those dread things start to lay down. I always want, like, you never see those, but like, where did they come from? Like, how does that, do they dread those dogs? Is that natural? Is it a Commodore? They are wildly cool looking, but they're like, talk about a rare breed. I don't think I've ever seen one in the wild. Is it because of the hair? I know. Cute aggression. I just want to kiss Lilith. Hum, 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 hum. I am the big. She does this to you all the time. You could be the man. I don't know what you would do, but you could do it. I don't care. I know. You're just too sweet. She is. She like picks up his leg and looks at you. It's weird. She's weird, huh, bud? She's so weird. You're so cute. I love your smile. It's the best smile, probably. He really is. He's just like joy in the form of a poodle. It's very facts. The black ones are pulley. They do encourage the dreads, mostly to avoid matting, for which they are prone. I mean, I would assume. I just don't. That's crazy they actually do that. Yeah, they're that way naturally, but it takes a lot of care to keep it from being a matte mess. I can fucking imagine, because it's not like you can go brush it out. Please, no. You don't have to do that. Thank you. Their dreads were bred that way to imitate the sheep that they guard to protect them from wolves. Oh, that's kind of smart. He just wants to eat the lotion off my chest. Every day. That's expensive. And I don't think it's good for you. But thank you. I appreciate you trying to clean me. I'm told dog shows take hours to wash and get that mop look. Jesus. The Puli are smaller than the Commodore. I'm not spelling that right, I think. It doesn't matter. We're getting it. I know a lot about dogs, man. That is one I know nothing about. This is kind of fascinating. Expensive and delicious, right? I think it's natural, at least. At least I use natural shit from the hippie store, so it's not, like, gonna kill you. But you do like to eat lotion off my body. It's a little weird. Thanks, bud. Those corded dogs are require maintenance every day. Fuck off. Oh, absolutely not. I mean, I guess I brush you guys. In your naughty places. Don't be weird. The places they get knots. Did it hurt up the back? See, that is like real close to this area I'm saying, Viata, that I would fucking is making my asshole tight. It's like so close to the Achilles area. Ooh. Just the color part. Oh, jeez. It's really cute, though. You know me and unicorns. Big fan. Oh, it makes me very... there's nothing there. I can't even imagine. Oh. I think I have discordant feelings about my Achilles tendon. There was a famous dog in Butte, Montana during the 1910s that miners took care of. Said he knew, quote unquote, when something was going to go wrong. I saw the statue. A Puli, however you say them. Okay, that's pretty badass, though. We don't deserve dogs. They're the best. The groomer talks about how long it takes to soak and dry. Oh, my God. I mean, if they're dreadlocks, I imagine it's like human dreadlocks. Like, man, you have to keep them from molding and stuff. It's like probably waxing them. Not off. You know what I'm saying. That's how this one felt. That's how I described it. It felt like a hot knife. To be honest, the outline felt like a razor blade tracing along my leg, but really tolerable. Yeah, get out of my head hurts. I was gonna be like, felt like a razor blade, but really tolerable. You know what that reminds me of? Patient survived with extreme injuries. That's what that rings of. Because, like, that's how this one felt. It felt like a hot knife being dragged through a sunburn. Like, the handle of the side, there's just one big black line that, like, line work I had to do a lot of. And he would start at the top and go 1, 2, 3, and I'd go, and on the exhale, he'd go, and I'd be like, holy shit, what the fuck? That was Ryan. He comes into my chat once in a while. He's awesome. It really wasn't that bad. I hated the coloring. The part felt like a lit cigarette being to my skin. Yeah, I mean, that's like lightly what this one was. I have to do my taxes later. Oh, I need the brain cell from like 7 p.m. to 8. Take it. That's movie night. You're good. From 7 p.m. to 8, dude, that's like the end of movie 1 / beginning of movie 2 in movie night. I will be thoroughly stoned. Mine was the repeated line work, like the big line. He had to go over it multiple times because it's like the line work. It's really fat and it's the handle. And then he did the fine line of like woodwork in it, like swirlies and whatever. But that big line, he had to go over a few times to make it nice and pronounced. And it's just, I mean, it goes from like here to here. Is that like 1.5 feet? I don't know. Maybe it's in my head. It was really bad. It hurt. That's like me saying the white in my thigh tattoo felt like being stabbed with a hot knife. But like really tolerable. No, Viata, you're just a badass. It's fine. You can take it. You've also, I mean, was that pre or post giving birth? Because you've given birth to children. I feel like after that, nothing, you don't feel feelings anymore. Just having seen it before. Knowing tattoo artists is like, that's Dan. He tortured me for a few hours a day in 2018. Yeah. And I like have plans and plan to pay them to torture me more. And then show off all the cool torture on my body to other people and be like, do you want to know who did it? They're really good at their job. I love them. I think about that sometimes. You gotta, like, my sister just got a tattoo. She got, like I was saying, we actually got these at the same time. She just added a bumblebee. She got it like a really cute, like like kind of the fine line looking realistic bumblebee right here. It's beautiful. Like, it is fucking stunning. It looks so good. And she was showing it to me, and I asked her, I was like, how long did it take? She goes, less than an hour, man. It was nothing. And I was like, God damn, I don't think any tattoo on my body other than this one has taken less than 5 hours. And that's just per sitting. Like, the scythe was 2 5-hour sittings. This was like 13 hours. My ass cheek deer that's not finished because the fucker moved was like 6-ish hours. I think all of my tattoos are like me signing up for some serious abuse for a long period of time. And I don't know why. I think I'm gonna go big or go home because I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, let's just fucking do it. I don't know. But again, most of the time I give a chunk of my body to an artist and I just let them design what they want to. And I trust their like input on the size and placement. Like, for instance, when I got my scythe, I remember like I came to Ryan with the scythe idea. And he was the one that's like, okay, let's design this and move it and like adjust it so it moves with the curves of your body and looks nice on a curvy body. On like my hips and stuff, as opposed to just putting like a straight angles. And he made it so nice, which is why it kind of like goes back here and comes forward and there's like roses around it and stuff. And it complements the body. Like, I like doing that. So I don't think I've ever like chosen anything to be excessive in size or anything. It's just that's the way it fits. I'm excessive in size, so maybe that's it. I got the ankle tattoo when my oldest is 3. That's special. My shortest one was my free one from Helsinki event, and it was my first one. Damn. I don't know how long my first tattoo took, but I wouldn't say probably. I mean, maybe like 2 hours because it has coloring. The tattoo I got to cover my back surgery scar took 3 hours, and that was my longest sitting. How did that feel on scars? Because I was going to say, the only other person I've known that had foot tattoos, she had, like, along the side of her foot, like, from ankle to toe, she had, like, these really cool-looking Chinese dragons. And it was because she had clubbed feet when she was a baby, so she had the big old scars, and she just got these tattoos over the scars. And she was like, it wasn't that bad. It was whatever. And I'm like, not only did you get Chinese dragons tattooed down the sides of your feet, it's literally on top of enormous old scar tissue. You can't lie to me. How? Ouch. I'm trying to get my sleeve, but haven't found an artist that fits what I want. I totally get that. Like, every time I find an artist that fits what I want, they move. I swear to fuck. This artist that did this awesome tattoo on my leg that's half finished moved. And I was like, it literally was like shocking. I was like, is it legal to just like move as a tattoo artist? If you're unfinished? Like, now I have to go to Virginia to get my ass done. Fuck. Of course that's legal to move, but like, stop this nonsense. I would like to finish my tattoo. I know. It's the deer one on my hip. I mean, ass, leg. I keep saying different body parts. It's literally just enormous and it encompasses a really large part of my body. How can you just move, right? I mean, he could have at least, barring an extraneous circumstance, which I know wasn't the case because he had literally moved from like Scotland to Denver. Like, maybe mention it while you're tattooing me, like, hey, we have to get this done within 6 months because I'm moving or something. Anything? Because, like, it's so much more expensive now because I genuinely have to go to Virginia if I want the same guy to finish it, which is kind of like tattoo etiquette, is to let the same artist finish their goddamn tattoo. Fuck. What kind of hell would you have if you have to categorize what you're chatting about? Hot. Oh my God. I mean, I'd say high thoughts, but like a good portion of my thoughts could be classified as stoner thoughts, high thoughts, I have them all the time. Often repetitive ones, like wind. Why do we just accept it? Like, people are more likely to, like, have a ghost story about, like, smelling something weird and, you know, something moving in their kitchen, but then they'll go outside and wind is literally lambasting them in the face, and they're just like, no, this is normal. Not ghosts at all. Those are things that happens to me. Things that happens to me? Okay. Add it to the calendar. Finish my ass, technically. It's long under finished. Like an email wouldn't have been weird. Just a heads up. Right? I'm moving, so if you want to finish that whole thing. It was so weird because he didn't even put up anything on his Instagram or anything to, like, tell anyone. It was just, like, all of a sudden not here, now Virginia. I was like, okay. Fuck. I don't know, it's confusing, but whatever. I have a half-finished tattoo. Are you getting tattooed on Friday? I'm excited for you. I have high thoughts all the time, even when I'm sober. I mean, I think I have more when I'm sober, because when I'm high, I'm less likely to stew on something. And when I'm sober, I'm just like, wind. What the fuck is this? And it is. It's so fragile, you can break it with a jacket called a windbreaker. I'm high. Welcome to my channel. Hey, the crow. Make him call me for the emotional damage. No shit. Or like, let me sleep on your couch. No shit. I'm sleeping on your couch, bro. Get out of my head. Welcome to the one brain cell. I bet my grinder's empty. What a bitch. A Snoopy cuff down on my arm, part of my memorial sleep for my grandma. Oh, I love that. I like Snoopy. One brain cell. Coffee ground in my mouth. Where's my marijuana? Tammy strikes at the most unknown times. It's so annoying. I had a dream where I met Doc Brown from Back to the Future, but instead of a DeLorean, he was driving a mobility scooter. And the time control was a checkboard of metal. And I created branching timelines and met alternate versions of myself. And when I touched one, we body horror blobbed. I'm sorry, this is so funny to read out loud. I created branching timelines and met alternate versions of myself, and when I touched one, we body horror blobbed together into a single entity, and some of my dupes were women versions of me. Could you unbloop? I know, I'll have whatever the fuck is this sobriety? Wait. Is this just like a clear head situation? No, okay, cool. Not at all. Excellent, okay. What strain is that, bro? We all want to trip on your rocket to space. Notes, please. I would like this. I need that in LDNR. Oh my god. That dream sounds like an episode of fucking Love, Death, and Robots. No shit. I want it bad. What? It was like a Silent Hill horror. Two people forcibly merge into one. But you couldn't not unsober. You couldn't but I couldn't split apart after. We just became one person. That was a sober dream. Oh, this is, I don't know what to do. I don't have. Sobriety sounds terrible. How do you sleep at night? Just like up there. So that person lives inside. I know. No, thank you, please. I can't remember the last time I had a cool dream. To be honest, I've had frequent, like the coolest dreams I've had are where I can fly on a broom. I'm a witch. I don't know. I've never had a dream where I'm flying. It's usually like, I can fly on a broom. And then I pull like a Kiki's delivery service and sit there with the broom and I'm like, and then I fly and it's awesome. But I haven't had one of those in a really long time. I miss those dreams. But I don't think I could call them sober because I do sleep with a bong on my bedside table. But maybe. Not a cult. Asterisk coven. No, like a normal witch, I keep my broom above the front door. So then evil fucks can't come in my house. Cheers. The women versions of me were disturbingly hot to me too. I'd fuck me. Do I have a kitchen witch? Wait, like a person in my kitchen who is a witch who I keep there with like rope? Because no. Not at all. Yeah, because like even at the moment, I mean, assuming it's a clone of me at this current stage of my life, that clone of me, regardless of their hormones, XXXY configuration, knows exactly how the fuck I want to get fucked. Like to a goddamn T. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I guess I have like a bit of a cheat on it. You say like with square shoulders and hips, etc. So when I was in high school slash college slash my entire life, I did drama up until I was out of college. Theater. I was the theater child. If that wasn't fucking obnoxiously apparent, I'm sure. I played a lot of male characters because really, really small school means not a lot of people in theater. And this was like back in the 90s where if you were a boy and you did theater or cheerleading, you were like totes gay. We hates is it. And so there wasn't a lot, and me being tall and having a deeper voice, I could, tape myself up and pull off a pretty decent man. And a couple of my friends who were ladies that were in theater with me straight up hit on me and said I made a really hot man. And I've taken that to heart my whole life. I think I can be androgynous. I don't think I could be androgynous, but I can go, think I could do it. You, a theater kid, grasps pearls! Right? Obnoxious. Musical theater, even. Ugh, who is she? I make myself sick. It's fine. Oh my god. In high school, I had a dream where I was chasing a person in all black, killing people in my school, and when it was just me and them alive, I walked behind them, turned them around, it was me. I chalk it up to being bullied and my inner self wanting revenge. I had a really creepy dream like that. I've never forgot it. I was in high school, and I had a dream where I was a vampire and went around my tiny ass town, like, killing people. And when I like finally looked at their face, they were all me. It was really weird. I've never forgot it. It was a fucking weird. This was during the era where I was watching Queen of the Damned like every day. crazy. The internal, like, wait, you're not a vampire? I could be. Let's maybe not share those dreams. I know. They're the worst. I did have one, though, but we can move on. I interpreted it as self-loathing as well from being bullied. Rage, thank you for being 100 biddies. Wow, for the 100 biddies, I appreciate you. But especially, thank you all of you for being you, but especially Katie for bringing us all here. I appreciate you. I don't know what I do or how, but I think I attract some pretty dope people. Thank you for being you. I appreciate you. I don't think vampires have to have more than one fang. I am lacking. Like, how would I even do it? Like, I would feel like, help. Those old can openers for, like, a beer where you would just, like, crack, and there was, like, two, you know? I feel like I'd be that in a neck, like. You know those can openers? Because they totally look like that. Like, shotgun and a beer, kind of. You'd have to, like, do a... or something. Yeah, you have to have more than one. I don't know. My other one, something happened. I bizarrely remember a dream I had 3 to 4 years old, and I was talking to George Washington, who was on a dollar bill. Wait. Like, you weren't, like, talking to George Washington, who just happened to be the man on the dollar bill. Were you, like, George? Yes. I can't even do it. Yes, Kona. It's me. Because what were you smoking? It was a whole dollar bill and his head was talking. Did you ask him, like, the meaning? What did you ask him? Or were you disappointed? I'd almost be disappointed that's where my subconscious went in a dream. Like, we could do anything with all of these thoughts that we've accumulated throughout the day, and we're going to talk to George Washington on a dollar bill. Like, I'd ask the meaning of the life or something. I don't know. What do you even say? Right out of School Rock. Oh my God. Schoolhouse Rock. I used to love Schoolhouse Rock. I don't remember the combo, but it was at my parents' first house. Oh, isn't that weird? I have memories from that age too. Like, not even just dreams, but I have memories from, like, before the age of 4. And I know it because of the house we're in. Because we moved so much when I was a kid. Like, I can identify houses by I'll describe it a situation, and my mom's like, there's no way you can remember that. And I'm like, this was the kitchen, this was the layout. Like, I can remember the houses. It's really bizarre. What was in the sippy cup? Was this, like, I don't know if you're, like, I think I'm even a little young for this, but my grandparents definitely did a little bit of, what is it, like, bourbon or something on the gums when you're teething. Don't do that. This was, like, old, what would you call it? Antiquated ways of being. Don't do this. But, like, I think more than just my grandparents did this. This is, like, a thing, right? It was literally like whiskey on your gums when you were teething, and it numbed your gums, but it probably fucked us up a little bit, like a baby. I always preferred to rub my kids' gums with black tar heroin. You know what? You're gonna be a grandparent with fucking class. Not like these silly trash fools out there dipping their fingers in their gin and tonics and smearing your nose and hoping it cures a sinus infection. That didn't happen to me. Very redneckian, is that it? I don't know. I think it was more than that. I think a lot of people did it. Not saying my family isn't absolute fucking rednecks, because they are. Half of them, like, no, we're not even gonna, they are. But, like, I think more than just them did it. I got my ears pierced when I was 4, and I remember it clearly to this day. It was very traumatic. Was it your choice? When I was 3, my parents took me to Disneyland in California, and I remember things from that trip. Isn't that weird? Weird. Brains are fascinating and weird because, like, why can we remember those things, but, like, I can't remember most of what's happened this week? I also have had some dreams of people I had no idea who they were ask me to tell someone I knew something. I would wake up and text the one supposed to receive the message in the morning. They'd call me saying that person had oh my God, that's creepy. That's happened to my dad. My dad's done that. My dad has absolutely had dreams about people that have passed. I think he's a what's the word? Not an oracle. Which is so wild, because if you saw my dad, bless him, my stepdad is like a 6'3", mullet, missing teeth, redneck. We are redneck. Like, I came from a good stock, and he, like, kind of stands with his hands in his pockets, like, with his pot belly and whatnot. I think he's a medium. I think he is. My whole life, he has had dreams, and he's not one to do, like, he doesn't believe, he's not religious, he's not spiritual, like, he worked construction, he's a pipe layer, for God's sakes, like, amazing man, but in no way, shape, or form looking for spiritual connection. But the amount of times that he's had really creepy dreams about people that have passed in our family and then come back and told my mom about it and been like, they said I need to pass on a message, and it's totally something that relates. It's so bizarre. I think medium, clairvoyant, something like that, because he's so not receptive at all. Like, one of the smartest men I have ever met, and, like, borderline illiterate, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of those, like, just can do anything, like, construction-wise, handyman-wise, like, literally could build anything in the entire world, but he's just not receptive to that shit, but definitely it happens to him, and it scares him, so he's open about it, and he talks to my mom about it, and we're just like, nothing like that has ever happened to me. Much more like a large than medium. He's a very medium large. But medium was the word I was looking for. I think he is. It's, like, natural. And he's said, like, that shit has happened to him a lot of his life, but he never really had anyone to talk to it. Like, you know, he grew up in a very hyper-masculine family where, you know, you don't have feelings or dreams. So when he got with my mom, it was like, my mom's very, like, feely and touchy and spiritual and whatever, so he felt comfortable telling her, and it's happened so many times that he's had dreams about people that have passed away. It's very bizarre. I have memories of laying in a baby carriage. Oh my God. Did you feel safe or weird, like you couldn't leave? I once had a dream I was riding a Segway around Disney World. I love that for you. No. My ADHD kicking in hard today. Keep recognizing stuff and making it look nice. Reorganizing stuff. I totally get that. All I know is that when I was teething, I got whiskey. And when I was at 7, my dad gave me a hot toddy because I had a cold and mom was in another city. A hot toddy is the first alcohol I ever had in my life. And I think I was far too young to have it. It was Christmas. I wasn't sick or anything, but my family definitely gave me a hot toddy when I was real young. And did not realize it was alcohol, to be fair, I don't think, at all. A couple years ago, I decided to start researching my past life, and I was killed for being a witch. You know, that checks out. You were killed for being a woman, by the way. There's a really cool shirt I've seen out there that I want that says something along the lines of, like, they didn't burn witches, they burned women. Like, it's really fucked up. But it's so much worse. I'm not saying you weren't a witch, but they burnt you for being a woman. A whammon. A whammon? You know the timeline shirt I'm talking about? I want it real bad. Yeah. It says something along those lines where it's really poignant and it made me think. Because, like, not denying witches. Half of you out there are fucking witchcrafting motherfuckers. Not denying that. I'm saying that people weren't killed for being witches. They were killed for being women or standing up for women in any way, shape, or form. Like, shit is fucked. I had a dream recently that me and my boyfriend were walking down a little walkway by a river near an airport so my son could watch the planes come and go. I love that. Oh, I don't love this. 2 planes crashed, and I had to hide my son around the corner with his tablet so he didn't see the hearings. Oh my God. That's a scary dream. I remember that dream, but not what I ate a few nights ago. I don't remember what I ate last night. Isn't that weird? They're so formative. I forgot the joint I was smoking last night was infused, and I just realized I smoked that as, oh, how are you feeling? That answers several questions I've had. I witchcraft now. My life is better for it. 100%. 100%. Once I realized that God is in trees, and that God isn't really real, but you know what I mean? Magic is in the trees. That's what I like to say as a grander statement. Life was much better. Which is the share one brain cell. Whoops. I have memories of standing outside my body getting surgery as a kid, 2 or 3 for a hernia. I told my mom about the memory without remembering I ever had surgery. That is creepy. But I'm sure you've heard stories like that. People call them they like to call them near-death experiences. That sounded sassy. They prefer to call them near-death experiences, things like that. But lots of experiences where we sedate people to the point where something happens where their consciousness is no longer like part of the physical form and they're watching it like from above the room, and they can describe what the backs of certain doctors' heads look like or what their cap was or what the conversation was. It's wild. In a fascinating way, but it is fucking wild. And it's truly, there's no what's the word? There's no pattern to who, what, when, or why that's going to happen, because we have a pretty specific sedation protocol we use depending on the surgery procedure, etc. And we just up or lower that or change it depending on your allergies or your shape or your, metabolism, etc., what you need. But outside of that, there's really it's hard to deny that. When you are completely out, we have drugged you beyond reason, especially with amnesic drugs, and you wake up and you can recite the conversations in the room. Or for instance, I've had where one of the nurses in the room, we were having a conversation because her kid had called and her kid got hurt at school or something. And when the patient woke up, they were like, "How's your son?" And we were like, "Better. Amazing." It's truly crazy. The human brain is wild. It's magical. I couldn't explain it if I wanted to, but it is magical. Oh, you had a delicious burrito. I'm very jealous. Well, no, what did I have? I feel like I had Mexican food too. I don't know what I had. I started with wine when I was middle school age, holiday meals and communion. Communion, that was the only experience with wine. I never really liked it. If I'm in the mood, I'll have a glass of wine with a meal or something nowadays, but I've never really liked alcohol. I think gin and tonics were my first, once I became of drinking age, that's what all my aunts and all the strong females in my life drink. And so that's what they would offer me. And I didn't know any other drinks. So I was like, yeah, that with 10 limes in it, please. Because the pine is a little strong. But I don't think I just didn't know anything else because that's what everybody drank. I only remember last night's dinner because I decided to order pizza. That's an epic moment you must remember. Vibrations and frequencies, yes. I mostly felt confused listening to my sister being very insistent that she should be the one walking the carriage despite only being 4 years older than me and was not tall enough to see me properly. So you literally were conscious enough to hear this entire conversation and maybe be anxious about it. That's kind of wild. Oh, Nana, 100%. By the time, I think this, again, I've heard stories about a lot of you, your parents sent you to go get them cigarettes at the store with and without a note when you were little kids. My family, it was very much a drinking culture, not so much a smoking culture. A lot of smokers, but not so much, to the point where my Nana had a bar in her house, a legitimate bar. And by the time I was 5, she taught me how to mix drinks, and my family would tip me. So big all holiday parties, everybody'd be standing around with their clinky glasses, and I'd be standing behind the bar all adorable and cute in my fluffy dress, and I could mix drinks, and I had a tip class. I'd make a lot of money. It was pretty crazy. They were pretty generous by the end of the night. It was wild. But I still don't like booze. The smell. It smells like cleaner to me. But I feel like that's kind of the equivalent. They didn't let me drink by any means. That wasn't a thing. It wasn't that was suddenly allowed, but mixing them. I feel like it's the equivalent of sending your kid to go get cigarettes though, right? It's not good. I'm not excusing it. It's just I'm that old. I don't know. That's not that old. What was that? 93? I don't want to talk about it. Was that old? I've recently gotten closer to 40, and I'm starting to realize I think my life's like almost half over. But that also means I've still got like 40 left. Let's go. What am I going to do? Clean. Vacuum. You know, I've only seen cigarettes in a vending machine in Vegas. They were for a very short amount of time. I think they were still in vending machines in Vegas, but other than that, I did not see that. Yeah, I joke. I'm not old. I say that old in that like it was that long ago, but I don't think I'm old by any means. The 30s are not old. 40s are not old. 50s aren't old. It can't be because you have way too many years left for that to be old. I like whiskey sours now. They're okay, but I mean, that's the sours takes over pretty much all the flavor. I woke up during my knee surgery and told the surgeon I wanted Chinese buffet. That's fucking horrific. That is fucking horrific. Oh my God. I also remember that we were walking to visit my grandma. That's a lot for being in a baby carriage, actually. I'm impressed. We, the cousins at the kiddie table, got shot glasses filled with wine for toasting. There was 6 of us, and my job to clear. 8-year-old me decided it was easier to just drink it than carry it. Oh, that's precious. That's the kids' table in my family was the kitchen table, which was like a completely separate room from the dining room table. So we just ran amok. Like we were just feral out there. It was crazy. Like no one was watching us. No one gave a fuck. I don't think middle-aged is old though. Cause like what's older? What's the next step from old? I can't accept that the next 40 years of my life are old. I don't feel old in any way, shape, or form yet, so I'm not taking it. Raven, the first hospital I ever worked at, there were ashtrays in the nurses' station counters. It wasn't allowed anymore, but my mom worked at this hospital when it was, and she said it was very bizarre because doctors literally walked around with a cigarette hanging off their lip, the charts, walked in and out of patient rooms just puffing away, and they'd go out, ash on the nurses' station, walk back in with a chart. Like, I cannot fucking fathom that life. Like walking into a patient's room who's on a ventilator smoking a cigarette. Mind blowing, but her memories were, I mean, she has some fucking weird memories. There was one in our arcade, actually a cigarette vending machine. Damn. I don't know. You know, they might have had them on the reservation. I was talking about it the other night. I think because we were talking about this, like Vieta was talking about how you used to be sent to the corner store with like a note from your parents to buy cigarettes for him. We lived on the reservation where we had cigarette drive-throughs. Did anybody have those? Like I think it's kind of like quintessentially a Pacific Northwest thing is these kiosks, drive-through kiosks. And at this point, there's many different kinds of drive-through kiosks. Like there's weed drive-through kiosks. There are bikini barista drive-through kiosks. There are alcohol, like literally booze shop drive-through kiosks. And it's where it's essentially like a shed you buy from the parking lot of Lowe's. And then you deck it out inside to be an espresso stand and then stand at the window with crotchless panties. Or you deck it out to be a weed shop or you deck it out whatever. But they're all over the Pacific Northwest of varying kinds. I feel, and there were cigarette ones where you would drive through these little kiosk drive-throughs and be like, I'll take a carton of Marbreds. And they'd be cheaper because they were on the reservation, but also you'd be getting these mass amounts. It might have been tax exempt status. I don't remember. I was too young. But I know they were cheaper, definitely. Like everybody that smoked wanted to get them on the res, for sure. I turned 55 this year. I remember visiting my grandpa in the hospital when I was 5-ish, and he was smoking in bed. That is wild. In the hospital, right? I'm not just I'm not incorrectly assuming that. That's wild. There was a machine in the Pizza Hut my mom worked at when I was young. I love that. That's adorable. Tarrington 100s. On days my mom didn't want to get out of the car and be seen, she'd write a note and send me into the gas stations for her smokes. That's adorable. It's just so weird. I don't think that ever was a thing. I mean, I don't think so, but my parents didn't smoke cigarettes, I don't think, by the time I was like old enough to cognitively walk to a store. I'm 66 and only just beginning to grasp that a good many of my ailments might be due to age and having a wild ass life, so don't look for old to dawn on anyone at least until at least 60. Amen. And to be real, with like, wouldn't you agree that like with the what would you call it? Like the acceleration at which medicine is improving our length of life, like by the time I get there, it's going to be even further. It's like, they say like 30 is the new 40, whatever. That's really real though, because we're taking better care of ourselves in so many little ways that extends our life. Just a little bit, on average. It's wild. Like, it was very normal to die like in your 60s and 70s at one point, and now that's not so much the average anymore. Now we're pushing 70s to 80s. Like, that's just naturally occurring, which is crazy. Like, we have so many fucking years left. And when I think about it, like at least half of my life beyond this point, like I had a fetal little hormonally driven idiot juicy sack in my skull, and it's still that way, but it's getting better. I look forward to the years where I'm smarter about life and I'm still able to do the same shit. I don't know how to say that. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Pizza Hut's had them. See, I remember smoking sections. That's what I remember. And I still I questioned it then and I question it. I would question it now. Like, that's not how air works. The smoking section concept was always weird. I think, I want to say like Vegas casinos are pretty much the only time you can smoke indoors anymore. Really, it used to be the standard at most restaurants to have a cigarette vending machine in the lobby, right next to the gumball machine and the sticker machines and the little nickel and the penny saver. Smoking sections were weird. It was never, I mean, I don't know why I very specifically remember one that was like downtown Seattle, and I think it was like at an Applebee's or something like that, some sort of sports bar thing. And the smoking section was like up a level and it was surrounded by windows. So many windows. I mean, it was just like encased in glass, but there wasn't a door. It was just like an open go in and out. But like, I just sat at the table with my family the whole time staring at it like, is it magic? What's happening in there that I can smell it? It didn't make sense to me. No shit. I remember the fastest way to get your waitstaff to bring food was to have your whole table light up. Really? Nana, I'm proud of you. I was talking about this recently. I don't know why. I think we were just talking about medical stuff. But like generally, I've had many, many different addicts, but a lot of heroin addicts, which is notoriously like one of the hardest, most horrible drugs to get addicted to and then try to get off of. Congratulations to anyone who has beat that horrible, horrible mental hurdle. I've heard that cigarettes are the harder. Like, it's harder to quit cigarettes than it was heroin. There was a little room in the skating rink near where I grew up just for smoking. It did have a door. Oh my God, wait, like a roller skating rink? Because, oh my shit, I remember that. That's a visceral memory you just woke up in my brain. I think I remember that as well. I remember smoking sections in McDonald's. I remember when Mickey D's I was at, when the chicken nuggets first hit the market, they gave you chopsticks and soy sauce. Shut the fuck up. Really? Don't do that, music. That's weird. I miss roller skating rinks too. There's literally nowhere to even do it. I don't know. You heard the weird blip too, right? Maybe that was Zach going live and my bandwidth just taking a little bit of a heart attack, because that was, the wind has been really bad, so I'm very nervous about it. Like, I think I told you that last night, Viata. We all might have been too high. Maybe I didn't say this in the chat. The wind picked up my lawnmower and scooted it. Scooted it. I got a big old fucking Ryobi. It like did a it was insane, and it's still going on, and it makes me anxious, but like, I've seen my internet be a little today, this morning before stream, so like, please no. Maybe we should take our first break and jump into control so we can fucking maybe do anything before anything happens. Knock on wood. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. I actually typed it out loud. Yes. Okay. I heard it. I had to go outside because it scared the fuck out of me. But man, the wind gets. We're on like a hill in our neighborhood that like overlooks Denver. It's gorgeous. Like the view is really pretty, but because of that, the wind just slaps. It really slaps up here. Like so many branches get knocked down. It is wild. It is wild. But our sidewalks always look really clean. You know, David, you're the second person to say that. I saw that Smashley and Bloody were playing that the other day. I'll write it down. It's called 33 Immortals. I've heard good things about it. 33 Immortals. A few people the other day, I think it was yesterday, were saying they thought I would like it. You mean we do things other than talk? Blasphemous. Sometimes. I usually waste a lot of time drinking coffee and talking for the first 2 hours, and then I jump into games. But I like waking up with people and chit-chatting. It's fun. Group 4 by year. Oh, is it like a battle royale? No shit, Mike. That's kind of badass. There's a roller skink near me that's apparently the oldest in the country. That'd be kind of cool to go to. But is it like weird for a grown-ass adult woman to like go by herself with no kids? Because there's just kids. Feels weird. Feels weird. PvE only? Oh, just kidding. But you're in a lobby of 33 people? Interesting. I'll have to watch some people play it. My mom has told me that one of the most surprising things she remembers I did as a very little kid, at the age of 3, said my first ever German word, and it was Unterseeboot, submarine. And she asked if I knew what that meant, and apparently I acted very matter-of-factly when I answered. Did you know what it meant? How did you know? Interessante. Maybe it's your past life soul speaking through. Okay, Nana. I know I'm not your age, and like the only skating rinks I'd ever been on were wood. What else is there? What else are they made of? Moth! Oh my god, the mothing is happening. There's a little tiny moth. Ugh. Genuinely, like, I don't know. I don't know. My mother speaks German, but she didn't teach anything to us, I don't think. I did order those traps. I don't know where they're fucking coming from, but according to Amazon, you just put the trap out and that's it. Because like every once in a while, one little one flies by my face, but like I don't know where are they coming from? I'm gonna find the pound. I know I will. It'll fall on my face. But I clean so often, I genuinely don't know where the fuck it is. Oh, my sneckle's out. They're concrete. No shit. Oh, okay. No shit. Every skating rink I've ever been on was genuinely wood. In my mind, picturing a skating rink, only pictured wood. All of them were indoor. They were like the old school disco skating rinks where they'd have like couples dances and shit. And, you know, turn the lights off, go backwards, disco. Dress up nights. You know. Indoor should be wood. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I've never been on anything else. My girlfriend loves the roller rink, so we go with her without the kids and we do drinks, but that rink has a bar. That's kind of dope. I love that. I'm glad you guys do that. Fuck them. We'll just be like, in my day, we used to do this all the time. When we were bored, this was our TikTok dances. When my watching TikTok was the equivalent of that one old dude at the skating arena that's always skating backwards elegantly. You know that guy. He might work there. I don't know. But there's always that guy that's like weaving in and out of the crowd, skating backwards, and he's just like, and he never makes eye contact. He's just kind of like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That guy with the high-waisted motherfucking pants, high socks. What is this? Always. So elegant, though. Like, I was always like, you don't fit, but also, teach me. The groove, because he's a real person. What the fuck? What is that? It's like a time, like literally this person was like a time traveler. They never had anyone with them. They were not social. They just did their own thing and they were perfect at skating. And usually the high-waisted shorts and like almost knee socks on some very toned calves from skating backwards around and 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 around. And they could like backwards weave in and out of groups. And so you'd be like with your friends, be like, hold my hand. And he'd be like between you and just be like, and you just, who's that person? Where are they? Where are they? Every rink had this person. Skating rinks had it too. That's why I asked, because I'm pretty sure skating rinks had the same person too. Like always just this elegant backward skater that just didn't make sense. But at skating rinks, they arguably wore maybe some tight pants. Do you think it's the same person? I mean, they're so talented. It's like, who taught? Is it like, what's his, oh God, what's his name from, oh fuck my brain. Princess Bride? The Dread Pirate Roberts. Is it like the Dread Pirate Roberts where really there's been many, but like they just like, they're passing the skill, they like take an apprentice secretly, and then one day that apprentice is wearing those high shorts, that tucked in polo, those almost knee-high socks over those very toned calves, and now they're skating backwards, and you're just like, is that a different person? No, they can't be a different person, but it's totally a different person. Not a cult. Oh yeah, they were always there to catch you. Like this person was just like the fairy godmother of the skating rink, but I don't even know if they worked there. It was actually Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap. I used to fucking love Quantum Leap. It's the largest? That's even cooler. Way less chance of me running into somebody. That's even cooler. Doppel skater, man. But they were at every rink ever. They could also, you know, hard stop on a skating rink and like, you know, shred some ice at somebody. They could walk on their toes on their skates. But the spandex, dude, the wind is so fucking hard outside right now. I can hear it. You think he was an advertiser for skates? You know, oh my God, I just thought of there's the same guy at bowling alleys. No, like no matter what time of day it is, he's bowling alone, but he looks severely professional and he bowls only strikes. But he never looks at anyone, he never socializes, he never has any food, maybe has one beverage, bowls a perfect game, and then just fucks off. Who is this person? Toe picks, thank you, that. They can do that thing. The Ron Swanson. Oh, God. Dude, that, I hate the wind. Okay, break. We haven't taken a break all morning. We've been live for a while. Break. Stand up, stretch your legs, pack a bowl, get a beverage. I need to refill my water. Take your joy, for fuck's sake. Get a tattoo. Life is short. I'm going to take my poodle. Are you trying to eat a tissue? Ma'am. I'm going to take my poodles outside. I'll be right back. Let's take control, shall we? Yes, if you weren't with us yesterday, we beat the first boss, and it was less than pleasant. Yes, I did disenjoy it. It was terrible. It took me like 4, 5. Took some tries. Control. And I will put it is first time. Just so people don't drop any spoilies. Push it. Push it real good. Thank you for that follow, Zoe Cat. I appreciate you. I'll let the song finish. Hi, Ike. I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. Was you checking Denver's missing person reports to see if Kay had been blown up? Dude, it's still going so crazy strong. I don't know. I don't know if my weather app will it tell me like the speed of the wind, because it just says wind expected today. It's 26 degrees out. Gross. What are you? 45 miles an hour. Is that high? Thank you, V. Is that fast? It feels fast. It picked up my lawnmower. That's all I know. It is some strong fucking shit out there today. Oh, good. It feels like that. Like, I can hear everything on my house that can move rattling. Like, the storm door sounds like it's slamming, but it's just rattling because of the wind. The, like, you know, like the dryer vent thing outside. It sounds like something going... It sounds like a motor. It's crazy. The wind is truly insane right now. Tis a wild ride. They are no joke. I think they hit us really hard, too, because I'm on a hill. And there's none of that. I mean, we have some trees. I have a tree, but, like... Picked up your lawnmower. Is he okay? He's all right. He's whatever. No shit. It went dunk. It was crazy. I didn't enjoy it. Hold on one sec. I forgot to fill my water. Enjoy the music. One moment. Okay. Must have water. Welcome back. Sorry. We're playing Control, and, like, there is an exceptional amount of reading in Control. And for that reason, I try to keep a lot of hydration on board, because, man, my voice starts to give out real fast. Like, I love the reading. I don't want to give it up. But it's a lot. Let half the team go forever, or, like, just in general. That still sucks. What up, Pete, by the way? I hope you're doing well. Except in Nebraska, I actually witnessed a state record ground wind of 90. Literally stood on my porch watching lawn furniture tumbling down the street. That's what happens here. So we must get pretty strong winds then. Because I've seen trash cans, like mine has been tossed blocks down the road. It's been pretty wild here. But I'll watch what the wind is, because I don't know what's a normal wind here. I don't know. I fucked up my part and it feels funny. Okay. Thank you, Rick James. We love you so much. You're the best. Popcorn, shrimp, and taters. Yum. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Pick Up My Dog's terrible, but it is fucking strong. It feels fucking strong. I hope this isn't too loud. I can believe it. 92 months. That's crazy. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings. I appreciate you for so goddamn long. Damn, we've been here. We've been here. Time did that thing, and now we've all been here forever. I appreciate you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Not old. Ripe. Nope. That didn't make it any better, did it? It's fine. Ripe didn't make it better. That's, I don't know what to do with that. I'm close to middle age. I mean, theoretically, if I go by the average age of women in my family, they all live till they're like mid-90s. So I've got a bit till middle age, technically. But I'm about halfway to the point where I'm just gonna sit on my couch and knit things and watch TV all day and shit like that. Like, nothing really to be done after that. But that's okay, because this half felt really long, so the other half will feel like half as long. I don't know. No shit, the women in my family don't die until they're at least 90. 92, 95. I don't know if any of them have made it to 100 yet, but they get the fuck up there. It is wild. And it's like, not for... I don't want to say not like for trying. It's not like any of them tried to die, but like a lot of them were big time alcoholics / did not take care of themselves, just ate chocolate and sat around and had heart problems and whatnot. But they still lasted a very, very long time. It's pretty crazy. It's like I don't know if they're witches or not. That being said, I need to go to the dreaded post office. And hopefully I can make there before traffic. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today for more Control. I swear to God, every time I play Control, it feels like I'm leaving crazy early because the day just flies by so fucking fast. I'm just like, I could go late, but I definitely need to make it to the post office. It's been closed, and Sex sent me something that I'm dying to go get. One of my great-grandmas hit 102. Damn. The men die earlier in my family, too, but they tend to, like, have coronary disease and shit like that. And a lot of them, like, have lived really, really hard lives. You know, like working construction your whole life, or working pipelaying your whole life, or dirt work, or the military. Like, all of that is so hard on your body. Can I be convinced to do things for money? What things? Wait, let's not. I don't know what to do with that. Cheers. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Again, the day flies by. It's crazy. This game, I feel like we did a fair amount today, but man, it's so hard getting places sometimes in this game, and I'm sorry if I feel bitchy about it. But, like, I want to get going and, like, get to the good shit, and I feel like a lot of it I'm running in circles. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste anybody's time with that shit. It just sucks, but other than that, the game is fantastic, and I love Control. The powers feel amazing. The aim assist has definitely, like, assisted in me not being near as annoyed by those fucking battles just going on randomly, because I feel like half the time I'm just bullet spraying, just trying to aim at something that's zipping around super fast, and it's very, very, very fucking annoying. Movie night every night, 2 hours after stream. Please come hang out, which is why I'm running to the post office before that happens. We watch random shows / movies. We finished Love, Death, and Robots last night, and that was fun. Domestic Dan is live, and I haven't got to hang out in his channel for a while, and he's playing a game that I kind of want to see. If you guys don't know Domestic Dan, one of my oldest and dearest friends here on the Twitch sphere. One of the first people from Twitch I ever met IRL, who didn't murder me. You know how it goes. Take care of yourselves. Take your fucking joy. Drink water. Clean your bongs. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. And the next day for Faded Friday, start looking for music. I love you.